Summer League that will be broadcast here on the YouTube. We'll switch over to Twitch for weeks 6 through 10, and then when we get to the playoffs, then we'll stream between the two. We'll stream some on here on the YouTube and some on the Twitch. We got a good one to close out week 5. The Rams versus the Panthers. Rams are sitting at 3-1. Panthers 1-2-1. Many teams have some work to do if they want. They're in must-win situations. They have to win the rest of their games to guarantee a spot in the playoffs. And if they don't, then they might not get a shot at the playoffs. Here's the kickoff as we're going to get underway. Many teams, though, went 4-0 and then lost here in week 5. Well, that wasn't the case for the Lions or the Chiefs. I think the Lions and Chiefs are the only two teams that are still undefeated. They're 5-0 each. Could they go as, hang on a sec, guys, I forgot to use my custom roster, so Jared Goff is actually the QB here on the Rams. Just give me a second to get the right roster, and then we'll get back underway from SoFi Stadium here in this Week 5 finale. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the regular season, so as mentioned before, if the playoffs started today, the Lions and the Chiefs, they would not have to play what would be the wild card round if this was real life. Instead, they can go straight to the advance straight to the semifinals and not have to worry about being at least eliminated in the quarterfinals. Oops, wrong teams. Now, if you're a team that does not have a shot at the playoffs, then if you have 3 losses, you might not have a shot at the playoffs, but you need to make sure that you're ready because anything could happen. And you need to be ready in case you do get a shot to make the playoffs. So, like I said, you just got to make sure you're in the right place at the right time to have that shot. If you finish the season 7-3, I say you might not have a chance at the playoffs because you might not. There might be enough teams with good records that could move on. But if there's not, then that's when the teams that are 7-3 need to be ready for, because they could get that chance if the other team doesn't have it. And if you're a team that's mathematically eliminated from playoff contention, and you know what, we're just gonna play the time it says because I forgot to set the quarters for 10 minutes. Oops. But we'll just play the time it says, and then after this game, we're going to have 2 Week 6 games. So Week 6 will get underway on Twitch. I just got to get the teams figured out. Pretty much what I do is I use a lucky wheel. I spin it. Whatever team it lands on, put them down. And then I spin it again, whatever team it lands on, the team that was spun first plays the other team. And if we have too many teams, because only 14 teams in this league can make the playoffs, if we have too many, and 1 second, folks. And what I was saying is that if we have too many teams with good records, that is also where the lucky wheel comes into play to determine who goes to the playoffs and who unfortunately had a good record but just was not able to make it. That determines that. However, the lucky wheel also will feature the playoff teams, and just like I do for the regular season, I'll spin it and that will determine which teams play each other and win. For what would be the wild card round if I was doing like for an example, if I had Madden 22 and was just doing a Madden 22 season like real life, then it'd have the 18 games and I would just use the lucky wheel and I would call it the wild card and so much, but I call it the quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, and then the national championship. The national championship, just like college football, obviously determines the champion of the summer league season. And those will feature the two teams that make it, and that will be held at Nissan Stadium, home of the Tennessee Titans. That will be brought, and the Rams are going to have a touchdown already. And that will be broadcast on Twitch, but during the off season, I'll do replays of games from this season and games from the past seasons so that you could, let's say you can't make it to the Twitch, and I will put it down in the comments, but let's say you can't make it to the Twitch stream, boom, you could watch a replay a day later. And we'll be back after this. So you're watching the NFL here on the Gaming Jeff 2022 channel. Alright guys, welcome back to the NFL here on the Gaming Jeff 2022 channel. And here we are for the extra point attempt, which is good. It makes it 7-0. Here's the kick.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go from their own 28-yard line, Teddy Bridgewater.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for Christian.
Hands it off to Christian McCaffrey.
Taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
By a few inches.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Interior of that
It's a
line
gain of
blocked
10.
really well on that run, but also
And
the two
the
tight ends. They
Panthers
block
first
well,
down.
too.
Not only they stack with the line of scrimmage, their agility, they can get up and get moving targets like linebackers, defensive
Bridgewater's
backs.
pass
They do a really
complete
good
to
job
Ian
helping out the
Thomas.
running game.
That catch good
A
for
gain of
only
2.
a couple. So
Brings up
2nd
second
and
and
8
8
after the pass
at the
play for 2
40-yard
yards on
line.
first down.
Bridgewater hands it off, McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
But they'll need to do better this
He's
time.
brought
It's
down
3rd and
at the
6.
42-yard line.
Just
It's a gain of 2 yards.
right there on that
And
carry.
it's 3rd down.
Staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes.
Bridgewater fires. It was caught for a minute, but it's incomplete. So 4th down and 6.
Incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You gotta find ways
Here's
to
the
get off the
punt.
field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense gonna be vital in this game. They gotta knock that one away and push
And he's down at his own 37. That's Webster.
Over 1st and 10
Rams will go on
at
offense
their
here
own
with the 1st
37-yard
and 10.
line.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll begin on the ground.
Stafford hands it off. And the halfback's gonna have another touchdown to his credit. Touchdown, Rams.
Matt Gay on for the point after.
And the kick is good, makes it 14-0.
Makes the score Rams.
And the only loss the Rams have is the loss against Stafford's former team, the Lions. Stafford beat the Rams 50-0 before he was traded in exchange for Jared Goff.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one. As he's tackled at the
Cannon on the
15.
return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now Bridgewater on 1st and 10. To McCaffrey. He rushes, and he's stopped at the 20. That brings up a 2nd and 4.
Tackle by Troy Reeder. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 20-yard
Bridgewater looking, fires to McCaffrey. McCaffrey has a 1st down, and he's stopped at the 28.
Bridgewater's pass complete to Christian McCaffrey.
That was a pretty favorable
Gain of 7.
situation there. What would you call it?
1st down,
Second and manageable.
Carolina.
Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield.
Bridgewater to McCaffrey. McCaffrey back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down.
Christian McCaffrey. 2nd down. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Bridgewater gets it away just in time and throws incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete.
And if the Panthers don't want to have to punt, it's tipped and intercepted. Well, good news for the Panthers is they don't have to punt. Bad news is it's intercepted and he's still running. Finally taken down inside his own 30. Or inside the 30, excuse me.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
In this case,
Stafford fires.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
Pass is caught at the 23. And if you're just now tuning in, we played just about a first quarter. Rams have scored twice, and they just tipped and intercepted the ball from the Panthers. And that does it for the first quarter. 14-0. Stafford and the Rams lead.
Panthers nothing.
Welcome back for the start of the second quarter, and the Rams and Stafford have a 2-score advantage over the visiting Panthers, as Cam Akers was the man you just seen get tackled there to run it in the end zone both times. And he stopped after a gain of 3. Look at that. To Robert Woods for the first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Stafford hands it off, and the Rams have another touchdown. Cam Akers.
On the point after.
That now makes it 21-0.
Panthers nothing. Matt Gay sets the kickoff.
Slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside.
He's brought down at the 17.
He's dropped at the 17.
The Panthers take over.
And next season, teams will actually have bye weeks. So even though it's a 10-week schedule, in reality we'll only play 9 games. So they'll be 9-0
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2. At the 20.
if they went undefeated. 0-9, 1-8, 8-1, so on.
Complete to
Bridgewater's
Thomas.
pass. Complete to
9 yards to
Ian
pick up
Thomas.
there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
But I'm thinking that if I do that, that way they could still be 10-0 if they went undefeated, is make it 11 games and have a bye week 1 week.
It's a gain of 20. And the Panther first down.
Bridgewater. And it's intercepted. I'm going to put my Twitch down in the comments so that you guys can follow it, because after this game right here, until the playoffs, weeks 6 through 10 will be broadcast on my Twitch. And my Twitch username, I also made an Instagram account that you can follow, and I will put like final scores and stuff in there from games starting next week, which will begin today. So actually starting today in reality. The reason why we've been playing every day and then just moving on to a different week the same week is because we got behind, because we got busy for a couple of weekends, so we didn't really have the time to play. So now we were to make sure that we get the season done at a good time, we're just continuing after the same, even if it's the same week as. even if it's the same week as the other week was. But normally we play on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Or no, excuse me. Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. If I need to, let's say I get busy, you know, on Saturday, halfway through the rest of the games, I can use Sunday to finish up. Stafford looking, fires. And for a lot of these teams, their off-season will start after their Week 10 matchup. Those are the teams that are not going to the playoffs at all. And then the teams that are going to the playoffs, they'll either lose in the first round, or in the case for the Lions and Chiefs, if they begun today, they would either lose in the second round, be 1 and done, or they would lose in the second round, be 2 and done, or the third and be 3 and done. Or in the Lions' case, 2 and done if they lost in the third game of the playoffs. Single elimination, just like
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
and they will make it 24-0 at the half. But anyway, what I was saying was that for basketball and baseball, I decided to do that as well. It's just to make the season go a little quicker, because I have everything scheduled out and I have to have things done by a certain time. So I usually try to run baseball and basketball until it's close to preseason for football here. So I need to make sure I'm done in time, I do single elimination playoff games. As the Rams are going to kick this one away to start this third quarter, 24-0. We'll see if the Cardinals can finally get on the board. Or I'm at the Panthers, excuse me. The Cardinals already did their dues for this week. They won too.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. In that first half, one to forget
Bridgewater.
They got to find some way to string something together.
Fires, there is a flag, he drops it, it's incomplete. Oh, it's not a pass interference. Oh no, it's actually going to not help any. It stays first down though. So that drop did not count, and that made them lose 5 yards that they didn't need to lose, because they're trying to get back into this one. Bridgewater. So they got 10 yards back. They need to go 5 more, which they just went with Christian McCaffrey, and they have a first down. They threw a bunch of interceptions already and put themselves in a hole. So now they're just trying to dig out from under it. And it's not helping them that they're getting stopped on every single play they try. Oh, look at that. There's a completed catch. And he's out of bounds at the 18. So they are in the red zone. They could kick a field goal if they need to at least get that 0 off the board. That 0 is not a very positive look for any team. And weeks 1 and 2, the Falcons They embarrassed
A 3-yard pickup.
the Cowboys and the Colts in weeks 1 and 2 because they allowed them to score no points. We have not seen a shutout since then. Could this be the first shutout we see? Nope, because they just scored a touchdown. So finally, the Panthers will get on the board, and we'll see if they can get a 2-point conversion.
Timeout signal here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
And it's no good. It's still a 3-score game as they kick this one away. So now you got to get a stop on the Rams and see if you can make a comeback happen. Because if the Rams lose today, if the Panthers make a comeback, they're in a must-win situation. That means they would have to win the rest of their games to have a shot at the playoffs for the title. Matthew Stafford won that last year as a Detroit Lion. Could he take the Rams to the national championship this season and win it for the Rams? Oh, he found Akers, and that's a real threat there when he finds him. And it's 3rd down and 3. Could the Panthers get a stop here? Stafford's going deep and throws incomplete. So they will punt. The Rams' first punt of this game. And he stopped at his own 24.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive.
To Christian McCaffrey, and he had extra yards there for sure. That was a good gain. 4.0 yards after contact.
A gain of 15. And the Panther first down.
It's about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that right there, that may get him going.
To Christian McCaffrey again. And it's not a first down, but that was still a nice play.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he has the first down at midfield.
Complete to Ian Thomas. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
Keep it here on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's got it complete.
And he's out of bounds, and flags are down.
What's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Of course, they had the option.
The Rams are going to decline it to end the quarter.
The results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them
That's
stand.
the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Rams
24-6.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, Bridgewater.
And so far, the Panthers are the only ones getting penalized here as he couldn't intercept it.
Intended for DJ Moore. It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
Panthers are trying to give it their all. And it is caught at the 6-yard line.
To Robbie Anderson. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
Bridgewater. McCaffrey. McCaffrey can't get any stops at the 4.
McCaffrey on the carry. He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
If If McCaffrey can find an opening, he could run right into the end zone. And, oh, so close. And touchdown, Panthers. I would just go for the field goal here and then go for the onside kick.
Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
So 13-24, it's an 11-point game.
Panthers 13.
Two scores down,
Joey
two
Slide
timeouts
to
at
kick
their
off for
disposal.
Carolina.
This is a critical onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it.
They got it.
Hey, man, let's play.
So we raise the flag.
And so the Panthers will get the ball.
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2 inch ones that you can
As Teddy Bridgewater goes down.
Loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
Let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception and now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta. That's about all he needs.
Incomplete. There could have been a little interference there. Oh, he caught it, but not a first down. 4th and 4.
A gain of 16 yards. But it brings up
If they want any shot at a comeback in this one, you gotta go for it. They have the first down. And they are in field goal range, and they are just ready to pounce if they need to.
a gain of 13 yards. First down, Panthers.
First down throw for Bridgewater. Lines up and lets it go.
They caught it and can't quite get in. He's down at the 1.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, and they got
This
a chance to get right.
should make it a 4-point game here, and it will. McCaffrey's in for the touchdown. And I would just kick the field goal instead of trying to go for 2, and that's what they need to do.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's gonna
Instead of going for 2 and being down, if you don't get it by 5 points, just kick the extra point, make it a 4-point game, and then try to set up a drive down the field, as that extra point is good, makes it 20-24. And the Panthers are back in it after being down 24-6. The Rams are gonna get this one. It's out of bounds. This is where you want to get a stop if you're the Panthers. You want to stop the Rams, intercept the ball, anything you can do to get that ball back in the hands. As the Panthers call their final timeout here.
At the 37-yard line.
Second and 1. 9 seconds to go till the 2-minute warning.
They'll fake it. Now
Stafford airs it down the field. Oh ho ho! Almost in the end zone.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Incomplete.
Stafford on the keeper.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. They're trying to make another one downfield.
4th down and 1.
To no avail. We'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Oh! A minute 45. Bridgewater knows they have no timeouts. So I think a catch and you spike it. Second down and 10. The Rams are trying to perform a stop so they could at least win by 4, and that was totally not pass interference. As that's third down and 10. Oh, he has it. And it's defensive pass interference, so the first call against the Rams, and it just set the Panthers up in excellent field position to try to go for the go-ahead touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and they tip it and incomplete on the first throw. A throw to the end zone winds up incomplete. Bridgewater fires, passes caught, and they're going to have a touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead and got the go-ahead touchdown. The Rams will have a minute 18 to get down the field, score a touchdown to take the lead, or a field goal to tie it. This game has gotten good. It's hard to believe that this team was just down 24-6. And now they have made it 27-24. Here in this Week 5 finale. They only have one win this season, 2 losses and 1 tie. Stafford deep down the field. It is caught. And they call a timeout.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's the first.
Now you got to get a stop, because now they're getting closer and closer by the minute as Higbee has the ball. And he's dropped. They call a timeout. We haven't seen an overtime game in a while this season. Is it a possibility we'll see another? Uh-oh, Stafford got sacked, and they call their final timeout. Stafford at least needs to get them into field goal range. And that is what he said he's going to do. He's going to get them in field goal range. And he's stopped. Uh-oh. And this will be an automatic first down. So now here's where the stop's got to happen. Incomplete. Second and 10. The Rams, obviously the penalty helped them, but they're trying to get back in this one. Oh, he couldn't get out of bounds, and time is fading away quickly in this one. Incomplete. And here they go, 46 yards out. This to tie it up and have a chance at overtime, and it is good. 27-27.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get
to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you.
17 seconds left, and I wouldn't try any silly business. I would just simply send it to overtime and try to win in overtime. Bridgewater fires. They have a first down, and this should send us to overtime. And they decided not to huddle, just to run the clock off. And we are off to overtime. The first overtime game in a while, actually. And the Rams are going to kick.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kicks away.
And here we go in overtime. Keep in mind, this game could also end in a tie, which does not count as a win or loss. So the Rams would not have to worry about being in a must-win situation. Just like the Panthers here. And good job on just getting it back to the line of scrimmage so that he didn't lose any yards.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Over the middle to Christian McCaffrey. And he couldn't get the first down, so third down and 2.
A gain of 8 yards.
Third and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a third and 2.
McCaffrey fights for the first down and gets it.
Christian McCaffrey on the handoff. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5. And
The Panthers are fighting hard in this one. They're trying to go to the playoffs. They don't know if they have a shot or not. Oh! And the game's gonna end in overtime. Panthers win. 33-27, the final.
our final score in overtime. Score Panthers 33.
Nice comeback by the Panthers to not only send it to overtime, but to win. They were down 24-6 and came back. Unbelievable. The Rams are now going to be 3-2 to wrap up Week 5, and the Panthers are going to be 2-1. So actually, they're looking good. If the Panthers win the rest of their games, they are eligible for the playoffs. And yeah, they hand the Rams their second loss of the season. That means the Rams got to be on the road in Week 6, and the Panthers can go back to Bank of America Stadium. So long, everybody.